Good, happy Saturday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this first episode of Good Morning New Hampshire. Here on Good Morning New Hampshire, we'll have your news and weather and entertainment news and some fun entertainment stuff. That's all coming up on Good Morning New Hampshire, and right behind me we have a temporary set. Our studio is right behind this, and our studio is getting some construction done. We'll be back in our studio on Monday morning, hopefully. Let's get started with your news. 4-alarm fire breaks out at Dartmouth College. A 4-alarm fire broke out in a dorm at Dartmouth College overnight. The fire started around midnight in the Montran Hall on East Wheelock Street. Officials said the fire started on the 4th floor in a ceiling. About 71 students live in the building, officials said. No injuries were reported, and temporary housing has been made available for students impacted by the fire. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Crews from as far away as Claremont and Vermont were called in to help the Hanover Fire Department. The Red Cross assisted crews on scene. Stay with the Riley King Network for the latest information on this developing story. AG, former state rep, sold marijuana to other lawmakers. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
And the latest technology. So what would be different if you switched to a local credit union to save on fees? Not much. You get more fun and more money to spend. To learn more, visit bettervaluesbetterbanking.com.
Shelley Tasker has pled not guilty to several felony charges. This report says no further criminal charges will be brought against Tasker, and no charges will be made against the lawmakers named. 5 elected leaders are named in the Attorney General's report, but it says none will face charges because the evidence is insufficient to prosecute them. In March, Kyle Tasker was arrested for online solicitation of a minor and possession with intent to distribute controlled drugs. WMUR first reported that evidence found at his home showed he had sold drugs to other members of the House.
I'm just really concerned about it. I think it is deeply concerning that any elected official would engage in this kind of behavior, and I think the voters should hold them accountable.
The Attorney General's office says Pamela Tucker of Greenland, the former Deputy Speaker of the House, bought marijuana once and marijuana elixir on another occasion. The report says she told investigators they were for medicinal reasons. Joseph LaChance of Manchester allegedly bought marijuana from Tasker several times to treat his PTSD and brought friends to do the same. The report says Amanda Bolden, also of Manchester, used pot with Tasker in his car and recalled a conversation about a big drug purchase he made in Lancaster. Investigators say Sanbornville Representative Ted Wright bought marijuana to help his wife's battle with breast cancer. In Plastow, Representative Shem Kellogg was named, but he died of cancer in June and was never interviewed. The House Speaker and Governor are confident voters will have their say in November.
All elected officials in New Hampshire take an oath of office, and this is a very serious transgression, and I'm very deeply concerned about it, and I hope the voters will take this very seriously.
The lawyer for State Representative Amanda Bolden says in part, Amanda did not buy drugs from Tasker. In fact, she never even inquired about buying drugs from Tasker, not once. The other lawmakers did not respond to our requests for comment. Medical marijuana, by the way, is now legal in New Hampshire as long as it's obtained through a dispensary. Reporting live in the studio, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Officials investigate string of fires in Portsmouth. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
But Mike wins big at Auto Fair Volkswagen during our Road to the Gold sales event. Drive new 2016 Jetta from $97 a month. Only $97 a month. Or new 2016 Passat, only $149 a month. $149 a month. The Road to Gold starts at Auto Fair Volkswagen. See more at AutoFairVW.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
A Jones Ave resident called the Portsmouth Fire Department early Sunday after spotting flames leaping from this bin full of scrap wood meant for fire pits.
People recycle, so I leave it here for them, and this is what I ended up with.
On Monday, crews responded to a fire involving railroad ties off McDonough Street a few miles away. And just after 5 Tuesday morning, they put out flames at one end of the middle pier at Prescott Park. Its entrance still closed off with fire scene tape on Friday.
There was no electrics or no utilities going to any of these spaces, which means somehow the fire got started by other means.
Whether they were intentionally set or a coincidence of accidents, officials can't yet say.
What we're looking at and what we're investigating, given the fact that there's no ignition source in all three, and all three happening so close together, that's a little bit of an oddity and something that we're spending more time digging into.
None of the fires did much property damage, and no one was hurt. The concern is they may not be so lucky again, if indeed there's something amiss.
And as you can see, this out of the tree could have taken the house, and things escalate as dry as it is. It's ridiculous.
We want to spend some time and make sure that we have thoroughly vetted these out and that we don't, in fact, have an issue in the city.
Officials are asking residents and businesses near those scenes to check surveillance cameras and for everyone to report anything suspicious they may have seen or do see in the future. Reporting live in Portsmouth, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Owners of chickens not properly contained in New Hampshire town may be subject to a fine. The town of Pittsfield has proposed a town ordinance deeming chickens to be under the same definition of livestock, monitoring that they are to be strictly contained unable to wander and trespassing on neighboring properties. The new ordinance would include poultry to be defined as a livestock, making owners subject to any violations, like if they're found trespassing on neighboring or town properties. Those who violated the ordinance would be subjected to at least $25 fine for the first offense and at most $100 fine for any sequential offenses, according to the union leader. A public hearing was held on Tuesday at the Board of Selectmen meeting. The proposal will be presented at the town meeting in order to see how residents feel. Chickens and other types of farm birds are not specific in the state law permitting to trespassing livestock, the UL reports. The acceptance of ordinance would be given officially authorized to deal with animal problems directly as opposed to cause ending up in small claims court. Clinton describes Trump's latest Twitter meltdown as unherited. Sorry about that. Let's take a listen to the video.
Every someday needs a plan. Let's talk about your old 401k today.
I mean, really, who gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning to engage in a Twitter attack against a former Miss Universe? I mean, he hurled as many insults as he could. Really, why does he do things like that? I mean, his latest Twitter meltdown is unhinged, even for him. It proves yet again that he is temperamentally unfit to be president and commander-in-chief. I have said it before, and I'll say it again. A man who can be provoked by a tweet should not be anywhere near the nuclear codes.
Okay, and there you have it on that report. Watch Obama wait patiently for Bill Clinton on Air Force One. Okay, and there you go on that report. Now let's take a look at your weather. Here's a live look on radar right now. As you see on radar, we have a few some rain showers in New Hampshire for today. And your weather on our weather system. Your wind speed peak is 5 miles per hour. Average is 2. Current is 2 from north and northeast. Your temp is 50 degrees. Humidity is 83%. Dew point is 45 degrees. Forecast is rain. Pressure is 30.18. And your rainfall total is 0.01. And here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. And we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with your entertainment, fun, and your lifestyle stuff as well. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.